Jody, a 4-1 defeat today against Hungerford Town. What are your thoughts on today's result?
They were exactly the kind of opposition that we expected and we prepared for. I'm disappointed with the nature of all the goals in the first half. Far too easy to get behind us just with one straight ball in behind us. That was disappointing because we knew it was coming. In possession we played okay. We had a lot of the ball, a lot more than they had of the ball. And in fact, I think, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they've had 5 shots in the whole game and they've scored 4. I'm disappointed that it took to half time and me having to be very, very honest with the players to get the reaction that we got. I think you have to be starting games with that intensity, picking up second balls, being dynamic with your movement to get on the ball. And when we did that, we carved them open. Second half, we carved them open time and time again, and throughout the whole second half, they were trying to waste time, even though they were 3-0 up. But giving them that third goal at the end of the second half, a calamity, an absolute calamity. At 2-0, you've got half a chance. At 3-0, it's really, really hard. And then we've come out, and the difference in our movement, the difference in our aggression, the difference in the way we worked for one another, in the way we broke, in the way we passed it, the tempo that we passed it at, in the way we got crosses in, the difference in the second half was unrecognisable. But that's not acceptable when you're already 3-0 down and the nature of the goals we conceded. I mean, the very first minute of the second half, I haven't got a great view, but might have gone over the line. We might have already been back in the game. And we kept asking the question. We had lots of goal attempts. We dominated the football. We got in wide areas. We got countless crosses in, and then they break and win a very soft penalty, and then it's 4. It's 4, and I just think that we very, very quickly. I don't know whether it's a mindset and a momentum that is stuck here, but if we need to just rip the whole thing up and start again, then that's what we're going to have to do, because I can't keep watching games where I don't know what we're going to do in the first 20 minutes of a match, whether we're going to be at it, whether we're going to be tight, whether we're going to be aggressive. I can't have to wait until half time to see that happen. And I understand the fans' frustrations because they've seen a lot of poor results at home this season, and we're working tirelessly to try and change that. And yeah, we're gonna need new personnel. There's no doubt about that. And we're working hard to do that as well. But even with the new boys that came into the team today, who I actually think Tariq, Jack Munn's done exceptionally well. I think Bagassan returning from injury when he got on was very good. And Denilson gave us some clever little touches and got a few shots away, which we didn't see in the first half. So I saw some positives, but I can't, and no one can. The crowd can't, I can't, the other staff can't wait for something to trigger the players like a rant and a rave and honest home truths at half time. That's got to come at the start of a game.
So this was a very heavy defeat for us to face today. However, you already did touch on it a little bit, but was there any positives at all you can take from this game?
Well, the possession in the second half, the passing, the moving, the counter-attacking, the use of the ball, the reaction on turnovers was excellent second half. But it's too little too late. It has to be like that at the start. So the positives I take is I actually saw that we can do it, because to be honest, since I've been here I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that intensity to get the ball back. I haven't seen that intensity to break. I haven't seen that intensity to get players in the box. And I keep being nice and I keep tiptoeing around the subject, but I haven't seen it. At least in that second half today I saw it.
In the week it was highlighted that intensity was lacking in games. Do you think there was an improvement?
In the second half. In the first half, it was probably, you guys might tell me it's the same that you've seen all season. I don't know, I haven't been here all season, but I know that we don't have enough intensity about us when it's 0-0, and that has to change. But yeah, second half I saw a lot to be pleased with, but it is too little too late.
We knew before the game how difficult it would be with the current suspensions we have. It then got worse with Chambers going off. What can you tell us about his injury?
Well, first of all, yeah, you're playing against probably the most direct team in the league. Long throws from everywhere, keeper kicks it from everywhere. The back three just smash it back in behind, so you know it's an aerial bombardment. And having no Toby Stevens, no Marvel Ekpitieta, we knew we were up against it. Chambers has a collision. His nose was bleeding, but he didn't come off because his nose was bleeding. He came off because he'd reported symptoms of concussion to the physio. Not sure that it is concussion, but he said he felt dizzy, and the physio was very strong that he didn't feel he could go back on. Actually, Michael was keen to go back on, but I think that's a normal reaction from a player who's just banged their head. But it's got to be said, Charlie Lee went in at centre back and done very, very well. Won every header at centre half, clearances, swept round, covered people, done very well at centre half. So maybe we've learnt something from that as well.
Jack Munns, Aaron Akuma and Tariq Hines made their debuts today. How did you think they did?
I thought Tariq was very, very good. Defended well the majority of the time. I'm not sure about the second goal, the one when they cut in and curled it into the top corner, very similar to the goal we conceded against Tunbridge. I'm not sure whether that was Tariq allowed him inside or not, but it was over his side of the pitch, but I thought he grew and grew into the game. A great asset going forward, and defensively he beat him to the ball most of the time, read situations and got stronger physically as the game went on, and I think he'll grow and grow and grow. He's come out of academy football, it's going to take time, and this was a baptism of fire in terms of what non-league football's about with how direct they played. I thought he'd done really well. Aaron had a tough task. He's playing against one of the top goal scorers in the league in Seager. He got better as the game went on. I thought he could have been a little bit more aggressive in the first half, but he grew in the game. Jack Munns got on the ball loads. We got 90 minutes into him, which was important. He kept trying to turn the screw for us. He didn't stop. He kept trying to play off the front two and link up and be creative around the final third. And I think it was he got a few shots away. I think it was positive from him as well. But I mentioned Denilson as well. Some of the little flicks and interplay with Jack Munns were really good to see. And like I say, he got a few shots away as well. And I just reiterate again, getting Bagassan back, everyone can see what an asset he is. He come on for 15 against Welling. He come on for 20, 25 today. He's really struggling fitness-wise, but if we can get him right to start games, he's going to be a massive asset. His contribution today was excellent.